Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Sunday's edition of the MLB Picks. Been away for a couple of days, but I am back. Get things right. And I was gonna go and just say do Monday, but I was like, nah, let me get the fans what they want. A couple people hit me up, to do this. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Let's get to these picks. We got about like an hour on top, so I'm gonna give you my rundown for today. You go ahead, decide to do what you gotta do after that. But a lot of games today. We got a whole gang of MLB games. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. It's that time of the year. Time of the year, baby. So first on the menu today, we do have. Let me pull it up real quick. So we got San Francisco versus the Yankees. Yankees pulled out yesterday. I was shocked too. I didn't think they was going to win that because they was slumping. It really wasn't hitting or scoring. Scoring been really low for the Yankees so far, but they got back together today. They ended up pulling off that victory, 8-4. Yeah, bats is working for once. The torpedoes was definitely actually doing what they supposed to do: hit the ball and score some runs. So they look pretty good. But today we have it as +1.5 for the Giants, of course. Still in they're still at Yankee Stadium. Lean a slight chance with the Yankees, 51%. And the weather going to be still chilly, especially coming from San Fran to New York, 52 degrees on time when the game starts. Still kind of cold for them, but hey, it feels good for us compared to what we've been going through with weather the last few days. But nonetheless, both teams coming in last 5 games, 2 and 3 Yankees. They've been struggling. Pulled out the victory yesterday. Same with the Giants, had a nice, decent start, and then just kind of collapsed too. So both teams bouncing back on the road, 6-2 this season. The Giants are, and the Yankees are 5-3 at home. Both pretty good records, above 500 at the respective places. Pitching today for both teams, Logan Webb, which I like as a veteran that we for the Giants. Known for do we had to do. He's 1-0 on the season. ERA 1.89, WHIP is 0.95. Going against Carlos Rondon, ERA 5.19. The WHIP is 1.15. So you got pretty decent pitch as far as the WHIP. So my pick for that game, couldn't really decide on a winner because Sunday this early today might give San Fran some trouble playing this early, but I was like, what, Anthony Volpe, I think he can get a hit today for the Yankees, and that's going to be my parlay that I'll get to at the end. But yeah, Anthony Volpe, I think he can pull a hit. I think the Yankees should keep it going with their bats. For the people that's looking for a winner, I'll take Yankees in the money line. I think they might get it back together. They might find their stride again. Took a after that, especially after that Pirates loss in extra innings last week. Is like ever since then the Yankees really kind of was struggling, but I think they wiggle themselves back up. And if I was to pick a winner, I go Yankees money line. But my guaranteed bet for that will be Anthony Volpe for 1 hit. Next game we have coming up is the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Baltimore Orioles. Good game yesterday. Good game. And Baltimore, I think they I don't know, they got all them hitters there just not picking up. Blue Jays pulled off again, which I was shocked because I actually was pulling for Baltimore, especially like I said, Gunnar Henderson's back, that shortstop, and I thought they would get it back together when he came through, but I guess it didn't work out like that. Both teams last 5 games, Blue Jays are 3-2, 2-3 for the Orioles. The weather today, 58 degrees in Baltimore. That's pretty good for them. Like I said, if you're in the East Coast, we've been going through that cold spell. Winter won't get away the whole way with us. Tigers have a decent bullpen. Yes, they do. We'll get to them in a second there, my guy. But this one right here, they're leaning heavy on Baltimore for them to get the win. Also, I am too. Pitching today for both teams, we have Jose Barrios, ERA 4.58, WHIP is 1.42, going against Cade Povich. He's 0-1 on the season, ERA 3.48, WHIP is 1.84. Yeah, like I said, with this one, I like the Orioles. Like I straight up say 1.5 for the Orioles on the run line. I like it. I think they bounce back. I think they pull this off. I don't see it going no other way. Remember, the last game was Friday. Remember, yesterday game got postponed. Sorry about that. So, They'll have today. I believe it's their last game. Yeah, for the series will be they're wrapping the series today with them, and I think Baltimore could pull that off. I don't see it going the other way. So yeah, I'm rocking with Orioles 1.5. I think the guys get it done. I think Cedric Mullins, all them guys, make sure they make it happen and seal the deal for the Baltimore Ravens to get that Baltimore Orioles. Sorry about that. Shout out to the Raiders though, or Ravens though. Look at them all over the place. Next game we got the team I told you I was going to heat up. I told y'all guys the last couple of games, y'all laughed at me, but we got them Braves. They're at Tampa Bay. They pulled that win off yesterday. It was a struggle, but they came through. They came back. They made a push in the sixth inning, and they made it all work for themselves. They pulled off 5-4 victory yesterday. They are coming in today with a 57% chance to win. Of course, on the run line, they're -1.5. Pitching for the teams today, Chris Sale for the Braves. I always thought he's pretty good pitcher. ERA is 6.75, but the whip is 1.36. Joe Boyle, we don't have no read for him. That's pitching for the Rays. So we're trying to break new territory with this guy. So if you got a guy that has no read, I didn't get no report on him or what he could do, you know I'm going with the Braves. I got to. So with that one, with my MLB team, you see Skis back there, the Pirates, baby. Who else would it be? You think I got that man up there for no reason? This one, actually, my pick I did put on will be Braves. I picked this game to be an under. I think they do pull this off. I see it's going to be pretty good pitching by Sales. I don't think over 8.5 running with the Braves game. No, I'm going with the under 8.5 today. Under 8.5. What's the spread for that game? 1.5 run line for the plus 1.5 run line for the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, 8.5 is the over under. I'm taking the under. But DraftKings was straight 8. But everywhere else is 8.5. I'll take the under on that. Like I said, Chris Sale, he's a lefty. He gets it done. The whip is pretty good whip, so I'm taking the under 8 with that game. Next on the menu, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians are undefeated at home so far. They're 5-0 now. The run line, of course, plus 1.5 for Cleveland. They're kind of probably predicting them to drop their first home game this season. They got a slight 50% edge over them, over Kansas City for the win. Like I said, yesterday they pulled off that game, 6-3. Pretty easy day for the Bats. So we're going today, pitching for the Kansas City Royals, Cole Ragans, ERA 2.81, whip is 1.13. Going against Ben Lively, who was 0-1, who they dropped that game. It was Friday, I believe they lost. But he's 0-1 on the season. ERA 4.40, whip is 1.26, so you know what that means. So it's a pretty good pitch we're going to have there. And that explains why the over-under for the total runs in the game is 6.5. They're leaning towards that with me. I say, you know what? I believe Cleveland going to get another win at home. I think they're going to stay undefeated today. I'm leaning with them. I took them on the money line. That's part of my, real bet. So I'm going with the land, man. Guardians, money line for them. Let's see the weather today. 54, pretty warm in Cleveland at this time of the year compared to what they was going to do, what the weather was. Hey, yeah, it snowed. Matter of fact, 4 days ago up there when they played against the White Sox. So better weather for today. Next we got up my squad. People always laughing at the Pirates, baby. Rollers first 5. Thank you later. Yeah, they can get that first 5, but I'm pulling Guardians to do at the end. I think the pitch is gonna should outdo the Royals, but yeah, Royals 5.5, first 5. I'm sorry, yeah, I like that one. Probably get that plus money too. We got, you see behind my TikTok people and people on YouTube. You know what I mean, this is what I got. You see Schemes in the background, baby, but he is not pitching today, which is all good. He had too good of a game last time he pitched. Anyhow, nonetheless, we got Pirates playing against the Reds. Reds is 4-4 at home this season, even 500 on the road. The Pirates are 2-7. Run line, of course, the Pirates is plus 1.5. Why not? Over under for their total run, 7.5. Big heavy lean on Cincinnati to win this game, 66.9%. Excuse me. The weather, rain, but 60 degrees, not bad because it's warmer than what it is here in our area, the Pittsburgh area. Last 5 games, yeah, Reds is hot. I told people that I have a last pot with Friday. Yeah, the Reds is hot. They're 4-1 now, but I knew it was going because their pitching is Man, their pitches are so great, so good, so good. Pirates, of course, 2-3 coming in the last 5 games. Pitcher today we have for the Pirates, Carmen Lazinski. Actually, it's funny. I'll get to that in a second. Hunter Green, of course, is pitching for the Reds. I think he's a top 3 pitcher in the league. Dude is excellent. Both pitchers are 1-1 on the season. Lazinski, ERA 5.19, WHIP 1.85. Green, of course, he's 1-1 season, 1.31 ERA, WHIP is 0.63. Whoo, yeah, yeah. He is that dude. He got 23 strikeouts already this season. Yeah, he's one of them ones. So I was looking, I'm thinking, I'm like, last time Lazinski pitched, they did win. Actually, it went pretty good too. And then Skis came next day and kind of dropped the ball for that. So a bold pick today I'm gonna take. I'm going with the Pirates for one reason. I don't see Hunter pitching all the way through, and I think when that bullpen comes in and rotates, I think Reynolds. Something's telling me Brian Reynolds might do what he need to do. Him and Flynn might pull this off for them going to the 6th, 7th inning. So I am making a bold prediction. I'll go with the Pirates money line today. Thank me later. I like the Pirates money. Yes, I know 100 Greens in there. And if you want to do a player prop, you can take them on strikes. But I like the Pirates today. So I'm going to go with the Pirates money line. Nothing else to say about that one. We are definitely on to the next game. We got to get to them because we got about 40 minutes left. We had the Washington Nationals versus the Marlins. Marlins 5-4 at home, and even 500 so far. 14 games in, they're still doing pretty good compared to last season. Going against the Nationals, who are 1-4 on the road, but they've been playing pretty good. You know, the Dodgers couldn't handle them for nothing at home. Dodgers had super trouble. They beating them down like it was nothing. Coming in, the run line, of course, plus 1.5 for the Marlins. Washington, the big heavy favorites, about 60% for them to win today. The weather down there, Florida, of course, a beautiful 78, and I'm pretty sure Washington's going to be much appreciative of that type of weather, especially up here in the East where we're still struggling with the top of the 40s, mid 50s this time of the year. Pitching today for both teams, we have one of the better pitchers in the league, the lefty, Mackenzie Gore, ERA plus 265, with 1.06 going against Kyle Quantrill, 6.00 ERA, whip is 1.44. With this one, another one I'm looking at, I took McKenzie for the strikes. I think he get over 5.5 Ks. For the season, he's at 25 Ks, so that's pretty high. I think I like him for that. I think they get the job done. If you guys looking for a winner, they should pull this off. But I think McKenzie get 5.5 strikeouts. I like that pick. I love that pick. So I'm going with that one right there. Last 5 games for both teams, you want to know. 2-3 for the Marlins, 3-2 for the Washington. So both teams is topsy-turvy. But yeah, my for sure pick, I'm going McKenzie over 5.5 Ks. To the next game, we have pretty decent game too. Yeah, yesterday you see that little controversy with the fan in the stands trying to snatch that ball out for the Angels. Angels pulled out that victory against Houston. Today they're coming in to Houston again, plus 1.5 on the run line, over total runs 8.5. Houston 60% chance to win this game. Pitchers today for both teams: Kyle Hendricks for the Angels, 1.64 ERA. WHIP is an even 1.00. Go against Hayden Wesneski, 0-1 on season. 3.75 ERA, whip is 0.67. Another game where I'm just leaning. I'm like, what should I do? I like the Astros money line. Like, why not? They got the better pitcher. He said Paul Skeens best pitcher in MLB. Of course, he's number 2. I love him. He's number 2. Hunter Green's the better pitcher. I'm sorry, my guy. Hunter Green's definitely the better pitcher. But we shall see. Back to the game, though. I'm going with the Astros money line. I just feel it's guaranteed. I think Houston just bounces back, get the victory they need, try to, pull it off. The Angels, like I said, they're doing really good this season. 9-5 overall, 7-4 in a row. I think Astros can give them another loss today. So I like the Astros money line. I'm going with that one for sure. On to the next game. So we're like, all right. We got Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox are 4-4 at home. They got 4 wins, 4-10 the season. Trust me, after that last season, this is pretty good for them. Of course, you got Boston. I don't know. They're an up and down team. They're 7-9 the season, 36 on the road. Of course, the run line you got plus 1.5 for Chicago. Heavy lean for them to win today. The Red Sox, I should say. Pitcher for both teams. Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox. 1-1 on the season. ERA 1.45 with 1.13 going against Shane Smith. 1.54 ER. Yeah, the whip is 0.77. Interesting game. But I always say, if anything, I can count on your boy Rafael Devers to get a hit, and that's what I'm leaning with today. For him to get a hit. For you guys look for any other leads, or if you guys just want a winner, I would definitely just say I would take Boston minus 1.5. Or if you want to think about pitching, I see Shane maybe getting over on the pitcher. Why not? Pretty good, pretty good whip. So, but my guarantee, Rafael Devers to get a hit for the Red Sox. That's my guarantee lean on that one. To the next game, we shall go with Detroit and Minnesota Twins. Should be a pretty decent game right here. Run line we got plus 1.5, of course, Minnesota. Detroit, one of the hotter teams in the league. They moved up in the power rankings. I think they're number 10 now. Yeah, they was at number 17, so they made a big jump. They proved themselves. So with this one, like I say, Minnesota plus 1.5 on the run line. Over under total runs 8.5. Pitching today, Casey Mize for Detroit. He is 2-0 on the season. ERA a really nice 0.77. WHIP 0.94. Going against Simeon Woods Richardson. Well, I think he's probably one of the better pitchers. He does got a loss on the season. ERA 5.59. WHIP is 1.86. With this one right here, I went basically. I was gonna go with the Twins plus 1.5 run line, but I was like, nah, I don't see that really happening. So I just like, you know what? I think Detroit will outduel them. I think they'll put it down and win convincingly. So I like the 1.5 run line with Detroit. I feel they put it away. Like I said, they blanked them out yesterday 4-0. So I like them again. I think Detroit will be 5-4 on the road after today's game. He said, I took the Bulls for 8.5 spread, trying to understand. Yeah, you take the Bulls for that one. Why not? Give you a lock, bro. I'm giving it to you, man. You gotta pay attention. What's the spread? I didn't get the what game was that you're talking? You gotta tell me what game you're talking about. But Tyler Smith, give me a lock. I am, man. You gotta pay attention, man. I got you, man. I got you. For this game, Detroit 1.5 for the and like I said, it's a slight 50% chance for them to win. Detroit, but I think they can. I think they can do it. Sometimes I think when they do these picks, they just don't think that. They just think Twins is gonna pull something out the rabbit's hat. Plus, Simeon Woods Richardson's pitching, so I guess that will give them a better feel. Minnesota gonna be real nice weather today. He said? What's spread? Trying to understand meaning of it. Oh, spread means so 8.5 spread means that they gotta win by 8.5 they gotta win by 9. So if you take 8.5, if they get an even 8, it voids. That means nobody gets nothing, but they got to get over 8.5 for you to win. That's what the spread means. All right, you got it, CJ. All right. Like I said, this one I'm going with the Tigers. They're trying to scare me and say that Minnesota could pull this off. Tigers minus 1.5 run line. Yes, I'm going with that. I'm confident. I'm confident in that one. I like the Tigers, man. I think they're going to keep it going, keep the pace going, keep it shaking. On to the next game we have coming up. Philadelphia Phillies versus St. Louis Cardinals, which kind of threw me off yesterday that the Cardinals, I thought they was going to get it, but you know how it goes. Philly trying to make their presence felt. Philly 9-5 on the season, even 500 on the road, 4-4. He said, Tyler Schmidt, chill, man. Nah, y'all good. He said, bro, if you don't know what a spread is, you have no business. But nah, we here. That's why I'm here for you. I'm gonna show y'all what to do, man. I love the questions. Honestly, I go with the Pirates today for sure. Yeah, that's what I picked. But yeah, hey, if you don't know something, ask. If I don't know something, I'm ask. You can never have a dumb question if you ask me. So It's all love though. Sometimes people don't know what's going on. You probably, beginner. I was a beginner. I used to ask crazy questions too, but somebody got to learn. I'll keep it real with you guys. You know what I mean? Some people might tell you a lie, but yeah, it's all love though, man. Let's keep it going. Like I said, plus 1.5 for the Cardinals today. For the home game. They're 5-3 at home, above 500, looking pretty good. Pitcher today, we got the ace, Zach Wheeler, 1-0 on the season, 3.44 ERA, whip is 0.98. Going against Matthew Liberatore, which he did pitch pretty good 2 games ago, but he's 0-1 on the season, 5.84 ERA, whip 1.14. Yeah, this one was a pretty tough one. They're edging into Philly, but I say, you know what? He said, the Twin Reds are not that great, to be honest. No, I'm not a player prop type guy. All right, yeah, I'm a player prop too, but yeah, Reds are they're 4-1 right now. They're hot, and they got probably almost the best pitcher staff. They're rivaling with the Cubs right now with the best pitcher staff. So don't sleep on the Reds. They're 4-1 right now. I just think the Pirates can. This is their best chance of pulling out today. He said, it's Twin. I don't know what that means. That boy CJ, you got to kind of break it down to me a little bit better. But yeah, Zach Wheeler going to Liberatore on the pitching. I'm gonna take Kyle Schwarber to get a hit. I love that one. That's a lock for me. I like that pick. What you think about the Guardians and Royals? I took the Guardians money line. A lot of people are leaning with the Royals. They think they can pull it off. Cleveland's undefeated at home, so I'm riding with the home team. They're making 6-0 this season, so I'm going with the Guardians money line. But this game right here, Philly St. Louis, I like Kyle Schwarber to get a hit. I think if anything, I block that in. Yes. I can't. There's no other way I can look at it. To the next game, we have the Yankees versus the Athletics. Well, I did pick it yesterday. I didn't go on live, but yeah, I took the Brewers plus 1.5 first 5 innings. Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that one, but I'll get to that game in a second. Yankees, Blue Jays, Twins, Pirates, Royals, Mets. That ain't bad. But to the Mets and A's. Like I said, I do personally. The A's is going to win. 9-5 for the season for the Mets. Even 500, 4-4 in a row. Go against the Athletics, which are 6-9. 2-6 at home. Not too bad right now for the A's this season. Plus 1.5 run line course for the A's. Why wouldn't it be? Especially when you got these guys pitching today. Kodai Senga for the Mets, 1-1 on the season, 1.80 ERA. Whip is 1.10 going against Luis Severino, 0-2 on the season. He pitched pretty good, but you know how that goes. ERA 4.74. Whip is 1.26. Now the whips right there will always indicate what? The under. But I didn't look at that. Didn't care for the under for that game. I look straight out and say, you know what? I'm gonna take Sega for the over on K's. I think it was 4.5 over on K's. I'm going with Kodai Senga from the Mets. That's the pick I like. Yeah, people will probably say the over because it's the A's. Why wouldn't it be? But you never know. You just never know. So if you guys like the over, I ain't mad at that over. 8.5 total runs between both teams. But I like Kodai Senga to get the overs on the K's today. I think that could happen for them. And I think he can probably get them to win. I think he can go 2-1 for today. That's the read I got for that game. It's time to move on to the next one we have coming up. We got Colorado Rockies versus the Padres. Rockies got one win on the road this season, 1-7, and the Padres are 9-0, undefeated at home. Them and the Guardians, I believe, the only two teams undefeated still. 12-3 for the season for the Padres. I think they're number 4 or 2 on the power rankings. They should move up by next Thursday, but we'll see. Run line, of course, plus 1.5 for the Rockies today. Pitcher for both teams. We have Kyle Freeland, who was 0-2. He's a lefty, but now that pitcher I told you about Thursday, I picked him again last night. I'm going to show you the parlay I had so close last night. Freaking Ohtani didn't get 2 bases. But, yeah, there's a pitcher, Chase Dollander from the Rockies I heard about. I've been picking so far. Dude's good. Dude is good. We have today, though, pitcher Kyle Freeland for the Rockies, 0-2, ERA 3.79 with nice 1.00 going against Michael King, 2-0 on the season, ERA 4.05, and the Whip is 1.58. So this one right here, you know me, yeah, they're leaning heavy on the Padres. Why not? Weather's a nice 66. There's gonna be some wind though today. They're gonna have some wind blowing through in San Diego, but you know that's one of the most beautiful places you could be in America as far as weather-wise. Uh, you know the records. Of course, Padres is 4-1. They took that loss to the A's last series. Of course, the Rockies are 1-4. Well, the way to go, me. I like my player pop, so I took Tatis to get 2 bases for sure. Fernando Tatis 2 bases. I love that. That's always gonna be a lock for me. Between him and Machado, I'm always gonna pick them guys for bases. When all goes wrong, you take them guys. Yeah, that's my read for that game. Of course, if you want to win, hey, when it comes to these type of teams, when I know how I feel, I'll move that run line up to -2 for the Padres. That way you got, you guys like do parlays, you don't got to add so much in because you're going to get plus money with a -2 with them guys. But yeah, my guarantee lock is Tatis plus 2 bases. I'm rocking with that one. Next game we got coming up, we have Milwaukee Brewers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Milwaukee 8-7, 3-5 on the road, going against Diamondbacks who are 5-4 at home and 8-7 on the season. Of course, plus 1.5 for the Brewers. You know that for sure. The Diamondbacks are number 9 in the power top 10. They kind of was struggling in the last 4 games. Pitch today, Freddie Peralta going against Zach Gallen. Both players, or actually, I'm sorry, Peralta is 1-1 in the season. Zach Gallen is 1-2. ERA for Zach Gallen 5.28 with 1.43. Going against Peralta, who I thought was pretty decent, 2.00 ERA, but he got a whip of 0.72. Pretty good pitcher coming out from him. With me, they're leaning towards the Diamondbacks, but I always say I like the Brewers money line. I don't know. Something's telling me they can pull this off because the pitching make me lean towards them to win. But if you look for a player prop, you can always go with Jackson Churro. Actually, I think he had 41 total bases already this season. He gets on base with no problem. So if you look for a player prop, or you don't know which way to go with Jackson Churro. He will get that. And he got 17 RBIs on the season, too. So the guy gets some runs in. He does touch the base. I like the Brewers' money line, though. If I had to pick, that'd be a pick I would take. The Diamondbacks are kind of up and down right now. They was a hot start. So they're bouncing back and forth. Yeah, I like the Brewers. I think they can pull this one off. So if anything, my pick I will rock with, I'm going with that one. Let's get on to the next game. Time is starting to tick. We're almost about to hit like 1 o'clock. Can't see his actual time, but never mind that. Nonetheless, we got Texas Rangers going to Seattle. Rangers are 3-5 on the road, 9-6 overall record. They're in a power 10. I think they're 3 games, no first run. Which games? I'll do that to you in a second. But if anything, I like this game right here to be no run first inning. Seattle and Texas, that's for sure. I like that one. Come on this game, plus 1.5. Texas are for the run line. Seattle definitely a 60% chance to win. Pitchers coming in, Nathan Eovaldi for Texas, 1-1 on the season, 2.29 ERA, whip 0.66 going against Logan Gilbert, who I like as a pitcher. 0-1 on the season though, ERA 2.55, whip is 0.62. Now, what indication would you get on that? Well, that's why the over and under total runs is 6.5. Because you got 2 aces on the mound right now. With me, I look at it like, why not go with the over? Because 6.5, that is tough. 6.5 is really tough to stay under. I like the over 6.5 because I think when that 7th inning comes in, they have to the bullpen switch. I don't see neither one of these guys staying on the mound the whole game. I just 6.5 is kind of low. I mean, yeah, both of these guys' whips are under 70, 0.70. So that's a thoughts on Toronto. I think they're gonna lose today, but yeah, that's a tough one. So if I had to pick, like I said, I like the over 6.5. Or if you want to, I'll go over with Logan Gilbert and the K's for the strikeouts. For those guys who don't know what K means, that means strikeouts. I will rock with that. Yeah, it's going to be a nice game. If you're into defense, you're into good pitching, This is the game to check out, guys. Let's get to the next one. Well, actually, so yeah. Let's get to the last one. Sorry about that. Last game of the night. To me, these are the top two teams. I don't care. Detroit's third. These are top two teams to me. Man, Dodgers got throbbed. He got stomped last night. And boy, I'm gonna show you guys. You go on my TikTok, my people on YouTube. You go on my TikTok. I have the play. I had everything right. Otani could not get on base the second time. That man got on base one time. As you see, they got throttled 16 to nothing last night. The Cubs put it on them. I took, of course, Kyle Tucker. That guy, whew, ATR. He has ATRBIs on the year, but he gets on base for sure. So today, as the Cubs, they're not going to pick them again, be a favorite. So it's plus 1.5 on the run line for them. Over under total runs 8.5. Big heavy pool for the Dodgers, especially after that score last night, 16 nothing. You know that can happen again. But here's who's on the mound. 0-0 this season for Colin Ray. This will be the first real game for him, but his whip is 0.94, so you got a pretty good pitcher. And you got Tyler Glass now for the Dodgers. This is why they got the heavy pool for him to win. 1-0 on the season, 6.43 ERA, and a whip 1.71. So with this one, this is Sunday night primetime baseball. So in basketball terms, or I would say in football terms, most people watch football. So in football terms, this will be equivalent of today, Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills. That's what type of game this is tonight. High powered, so many great players on the team. Score. What teams do you like winning today or spreads? I'm at the last game now. It's gonna be hard to recap, but if you do need a recap, you can go on 223ENT. My opinions are facts. Go on there. You can get all my picks for today because I'm at the last game right now. My bad play. But you can get this game, though. But for this one, I'm expecting a lot of scoring. There's no way I can't. I have to take the over 8.5. That has to be the smart. This is prime time I'm talking about here. So MLB, like I said, football terms, NFL, this is Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. High power, high action. You know what's going to happen. A lot of scoring. If this is NBA terms, Showtime, the lights, cameras, action, just like watching the Lakers, Luka, going against the Boston Celtics. A lot of stars, a lot of great role players, prime action. So this is going to be a must-watch game, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on this game anyway because all the NBA games are going to be done and over by the time this come on tonight. So, yeah, I like the over for this game. I think it should be a lot of scoring, enough to make it this. To get to 9. That's all we're looking for. I can see over 8.5 guaranteed. But for you guys looking for any other leeways, Kyle Tucker can I can almost guarantee Ski will be a future Yankee. I know, man. I know. It's all good, man. The Pirates, we don't keep people, especially not nobody in that caliber. Ain't no way we're gonna keep that guy. So we're gonna enjoy while he's in Pittsburgh because he'll be gone about 3 years. But we'll enjoy the time when he's with us and hope he can bring us some victories. Yeah, like I said, if you're looking for some player props for this game, there's a lot of players to go to. I can see Otani bouncing back. I can see him smacking one out the park today. I can see him getting a homie. I think he can get a home run today with that. Or I can say Kyle Tucker get 2 bases. But there's a lot of players you can pick for player props when it comes to these 2 teams. But yeah, your top 2, no matter what, you all got to look at Otani and Kyle Tucker for these 2 teams. But yeah, that shall end our pod today for the baseball picks. A lot of action, a lot of excitement, a lot of sports going on today for the NBA and for the MLB. Everybody's playing. Ain't not one team sitting down today. Everybody's touching. Everybody's either touching the baseball field or they touching the NBA court, the hardwood floor today. So a lot of sports going to be on. You don't catch the early games, there's afternoon games to catch. So make sure you guys on TikTok, you recap on 223ENT. My opinions are facts. Make sure you go on there. You got to follow the page, leave a comment on the page, share the page, like the page. Let us know what you think about these picks today. Appreciate the love. Everybody on the YouTube, thank y'all for coming on watching me. Whatever you did miss, you can always get the recap on this page for sure. But when you do that, make sure you share it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you comment. And subscribe to us. Let us know what you think. But yeah, let's get to it, y'all. Got a lot of games to go over. So Good luck, guys. I'm glad you tuned in with me and you trust my picks. You guys can stay down with me, but make sure you tell your friends to tell a friend to tell the other friend and tell their cousin and them over around another state. Make sure you check in with 223 ENT. My opinions are facts for the pods for sports, baseball, NBA, and also we got a regular pods where we talk about the things going on in America. Everybody on TikTok, like I said, thank y'all for joining. I'm signing off, y'all. It is over. It is over. We are done. Get ready. Let's lock. Let's win some spread. Let's win some money. Sincerely yours, signing off.